This episode of the Metal Cell podcast is sponsored by Dublin's legendary pub, the Foggy Jew. Located beside the historic Central Bank in Temple Bar, the Foggy Jew is steeped in music heritage and has a long-standing reputation for live music. The perfect home for great pints and supporting metal. Shout out to our other sponsor, Helio Gas Detection. Hey everyone, this is Letty from the Metal Cell podcast. I'm joined by Lander and Rafa from INCARCERATED. Guys, how are you doing?
Well, good.
Everything fine.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I hope I pronounced your band name right anyway, INCARCERATED. Is that true? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. So, welcome to the podcast. To the listeners who maybe haven't heard of you guys before, could you introduce yourself and your role in the band?
Okay, should I start, Rafa?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my name is Lander. I'm guitarist and vocalist. And yeah, INCARCERATED is a band that started in London in 2022. Basically that. Sorry, Rafa, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Rafa and I'm the guitarist of INCARCERATED. Yeah.
Perfect. And Lander started to give us the backstory of the band, and that leads into my next question. How did the band start?
So we are like a post-pandemic band. We started in 2021-22 when I was looking for musicians to start a death metal band, and then I was looking through a website where I found Andy and then Rafa, and then we start composing some songs together. And a few months later, I believe that 5 or 6 months, we found a drummer, so we start composing 4 of us. And then that resulted in the EP that we have from 2022, self-named INCARCERATED. That was the beginning.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And I'm sure starting a band in London, you're spoiled for choice for musicians.
Well, yeah, finding a drummer is not easy even in a place like London. So it actually took us a few months to find a drummer that actually fit, the idea that we had for the band. But yeah, as Lander said, probably by the end of 2021 is when we had like a stable lineup, and then we started like writing music, practicing consistently, and that's what led to the EP that we released in 2022.
I'm actually quite surprised that you says that finding a drummer and a bassist was hard to do, even in a place like London, because in Ireland it's hard enough. Like, I see posts all the time of people looking for drummers and bassists, and I guess it's a global problem everywhere.
Yeah, I think lack of drummers is a global problem. Yes.
Yeah. I believe that it depends on the style as well.
As well.
For example, for thrash and death metal, is like let's say that the tempos are faster, so in my opinion, is more difficult to find drummers that are keen or able to do this kind of style. And when we find, they are usually in like 2 or 3 other bands, what it makes difficult to dedicate to a project more seriously, you know what I mean?
That's fair enough. And INCARCERATED are coming over to Dublin the 13th of June, playing with War of Attrition, Mourning The Heretic, and Deserted. Are you excited?
Very
We are
much.
definitely very excited.
Have you played with any of the bands beforehand?
We played with Deserted a couple of times in London, and when was it, Rafa? In April?
February.
Sorry, February. We've done 3 shows with Deserted around England. First one was in Bristol, and then Bournemouth, and then we play in London as a 3rd gig. But they came last year as well, when was one of our last gigs with the previous drummer Alberto, and we played couple of times already. They're very good guys. We love them. It's always fun when we play together.
And do you go far back, or did you just meet through the music scene?
I met Mateus, that is the guitarist of Deserted, in London when he lived for a short period here before he moved to Cork. And then we became friends. We were talking about music. We kept in touch. And then when he started his project, his band in Ireland, we decided to make a show together. So we invite them to come here, and that's how we started the story.
And have you guys been over to Ireland before?
Not as a band, no.
Not as a band,
Yeah, I mean,
individually.
I've visited Ireland a few times, but
Just
yeah,
as
no,
tourists.
never. Yes, as tourist, yeah.
What did you visit as tourists? What did you go and see?
I've been a few times actually. I think
Pubs.
first, yeah, pubs maybe. Yeah, I think the first time I went to Ireland was I don't know, probably like 16 or something. I remember, being for a month in Galway, like learning English and that type of stuff. And then I've been a few times to Dublin as well, more recently. Yeah.
Good
Yeah, I
stuff. Good
just went
stuff.
there as tourists just to, to go to the typical places that tourists go, like the mountain there, sorry, not the mountain, the what I visit in Dublin.
Maybe
I
the
forgot now, sorry. But Temple Bar for sure, things like that. Museums.
Yeah, I like the Dead Museum. I don't know if you visited that one. That one's really good. It's got like all the dead animals and stuff in it.
Oh, didn't know about it.
They've got a big blue whale skeleton in there, but
Okay.
they don't have that bit open anymore. And I think Lander is
Oh,
frozen.
cool.
Yeah, I think Lander is, no, now he's
Oh, he's
alive
back.
again.
He's back.
Maybe next time I'll visit there.
Yeah.
It's really cool and it's free. So if you're on a
Okay.
budget, like.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what were your musical influences growing up, and have they changed much since, starting a band and recording music?
Mm. You know, start, Rafa.
I can start. So, I mean, I think I come probably more from the melodic death metal kind of, Swedish death metal. That's probably the type of music that influenced me the most when I was like, starting to learn guitar, and writing, the first music or the first bands I played in. In Incarcerated, I think we're more, lean towards more maybe, death metal, thrash metal, maybe with some melodic influences as well. So yeah, I do have shaped a little bit my taste recently. But yeah, I mean, I think as main influences, I could say like all the melodic death metal scene from, Scandinavian countries. That's probably what influenced me the most in my style of playing or style of writing music. Yeah. Then Lander can.
Yeah. Yeah, so I believe that my main influences are into death and thrash metal. I listen to other styles
Yeah.
definitely, but what connect us a lot is because I really like some melodic death metal bands as well. So when we start composing, me and Rafa, we share these influences definitely,
Mhm.
and you can see in the music. Some people say that we are in between thrash and death or more death metal, and some people say that we are into melodic death metal. We don't really care too much about these labels, but we just want to do what we like to do, and the
Yeah, I think.
Necrosphere album was a result of that.
Yeah, so I think the backbone of our music, probably thrash metal, I think is
Yes,
probably the
one of the
main the
core.
main influence is like trying to keep like that fast tempos and an aggressive music. But then of course like death metal kind of permeates everything we write as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. If you were to pick a top five favorite bands each, who would they be?
Oof.
Uh, Top five is difficult, but we can try.
Try.
I'll give you like one of each style. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it's something that could, but it's not like they represent us, but there are many more for sure. Death metal, I'll point death.
and I
As
agree
thrash
with that one.
metal, yeah. As thrash, I'll point Slayer. as a traditional heavy metal point, maybe Judas Priest. Dissection as black metal, and a melodic death metal band, I would say maybe At the Gates.
Mm-hmm.
They're all some really solid choices anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite agree with Lander in most. I think maybe thrash metal for me, like early Metallica, has been a biggest influence than Slayer. And yeah, in traditional heavy metal, maybe I'm more an Iron Maiden guy than Judas Priest.
Mhm.
But the other, I'm with Lander.
Awesome.
And
My
of
only
course, we listen to many other
Yeah, of
bands
course.
from the same styles, so that's why it's difficult to point only one from each style. But yeah, basically around that, yeah.
My only kind of exposure to melodic Swedish death metal would be, I don't know if they'd even count, Opeth.
Yeah, thinking of
Yes,
more progressive maybe, but yes.
progressive. Yeah,
No, but definitely, I love Opeth as well.
yeah. I love some albums as well,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Opeth are good. I can't wait to go see them. They're coming over to
Mhm.
us. Are they coming over to England as well?
Probably, I don't know. I don't
Probably,
really
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen them live actually. It's one of these bands that I still need to check out live. Yeah.
They elude
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And your new EP, as you mentioned, Necrosphere, came out in January. How was the recording for it?
Yeah, that's an album. We
Yeah,
had
Oh,
the
album,
EP
sorry.
from 2002, and the album is named Necrosphere. We released in January. Some singles went out in November last year and December, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
we had a video clip. And yeah, it was recorded during I think 2004, 2005, right, Rafa?
23, 24. No, sorry, 24, 25, I
Yes,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we took a while to mix it because we went to Denmark to produce. We produced in London. We was recording in London at Rogue Studios. The name of the producer is Alessio Garavello. And co-producer is Andy, our bass player. So it was reamp, mix, and master in Denmark by Flemming Rasmussen, that is early Metallica producer. So yeah, it was during this period, 2024, 25, and we released in 26.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool to work with an early producer of Metallica, like.
Yeah.
It was really incredible. He's like mastering what he does. So he has a lot of experience, a very humble person, very, very nice guy. Yeah.
Cool. Do you each have a favorite song to play off of it live?
Rafa, which are your favorites?
And I think I really enjoy playing Fatal Fate, which is generally the song we use to open our shows because yeah, it's a fun song to play in guitar. And then probably the other highlight of the shows I think is Deprived, which is the song we use to close. That it has like this, breakdown at the end that I think works really nice live. So it's always really fun to play these two.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same opinion. Actually, Fatal Fate is my favorite. Deprive, I'll say a second, but I think we're gonna play in Ireland Necrosphere that we still didn't play live since we recorded. That is an instrumental song. That is the title track,
Yeah,
and we're gonna possibly play that live in Ireland. And I think that's
it's
gonna be one of
also
my favorites as well.
a fun song to play. It's a song that closes the album, and yeah.
Exactly.
So the Irish fans are in for a treat anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, awesome. And if you could collaborate with any musician dead or alive, who would it be? And you could both give an answer for this.
Oof, that's a hard one.
Is very difficult question. I think that I didn't really thought about that, to be honest. We were, for example, for this album, we were concentrating too much into what we were doing. But yeah, for future projects, that could happen definitely. I don't know who are invite, maybe some friends, like closer friends, or maybe someone more influential, I still need to think about that. I cannot give you this answer now. Sorry about that.
It's a hard question. I know it
It's a hard
It
stumps a lot
is.
of
question.
It's
people.
I
difficult.
mean, we all have like, yeah, big influences in different bands that of course it would be great to have, I don't know, yeah, like guest solo
Yeah.
or guest vocals, stuff like that. Yeah.
So that's the first too hard to answer. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have prepared
It
for that
is.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all good. Oh, that's the first time that's actually ever happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could say like many let's say more famous people, but I don't know if they would accept, so I don't know. I'd like to be someone from bands that are similar to us, melodic death metal, or even more death metal, or even thrash metal that some musicians could record, or even a solo, or even a song backing vocals or stuff like that, And now after you ask us, so I'll start thinking about it.
We might get an answer by the end of the interview.
Yeah, let's see.
If I was to point anyone out to you, I think any of the guys from Suicide Silence would really suit your style.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Have you heard
Suicide
of them?
Silence. I need to check this band out because I may have heard about them, but I don't know too much about this band, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
Lots of
for
blast beats, lots of heavy riffs, screamy vocals. What is there not to like? And they've an edgy name, so
yeah.
Okay,
check
so
them out.
one more band to check out, definitely. All right.
Cool. And how did you come up with the artwork for Necrosphere?
So Necrosphere, the name and the cover art, they come from surrealistic art. So basically, I'll be very honest with you. I don't remember if it was a nightmare or a vision or something. I was maybe sleeping and I had this vision of a sphere of fire or something like that. And then I kind of like the name, Necrosphere. And I was researching about surrealistic art. There are many good painters in Poland, Russia as well, like Beksinski. I don't know if I said the right pronunciation. Lewandowski as well. They are very good surrealistic painters. And I was researching about that, and it came up the idea to make a cover art that could represent that, like a necrosphere. And we found in this artist, that is a Russian artist, is called Ivan Stan, and he accepted to paint something like that we asked him to do. And yeah, and that's the result, the cover art on
Yeah.
Necrosphere. Yeah,
I think
and
it captures the idea of the of the
exactly, yeah,
record very nicely, and it's yeah. I think we
yeah,
were really happy with the result.
I
yeah.
really like the colors on it as well. He did a
Yeah,
very good job.
exactly.
Yeah, I asked to be like very fiery or
Like that
exciting
tone between
colors.
red and orange, like that. Yeah.
Yes, these kind of, yeah, colors that I kind of ask him to do predominantly these colors, yeah. And also
And
the another sorry,
you're good.
another interesting thing about Necrosphere is that we kind of projected the song to be a kind of cycle, a kind of sphere as well. So we start in a way that when it finishes similar to the beginning, like
Yeah.
coming back to the same place, finishing a cycle or a circle or a sphere, something like that. So if you listen to the song and pay attention on that, you can see that it kind of have a sphere on it, yeah,
It's a
or
circular
something like
song.
that.
Yeah, it's a song that
Circular,
basically
yeah,
progresses and then comes back to the yeah. So in
the
a way,
beginning.
even being an instrumental song where there are no vocals, I mean, there's some words, but not really vocals. I think it tries to capture musically that idea of the record. Yeah.
I really like that. I really do. I love it when bands do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. And what was I going to ask? Yes, did the artist capture it the first go, or was it a couple of drafts here and there making changes?
There were a
He,
few.
yeah, a
Yeah.
few drafts, yeah.
Yes, I think first he basically draw it, no, with like pencil and
Yeah,
send
black
us
and white.
a black and white, and then we had like a few rounds of feedback and changing things till he actually got to put color on it, where probably we also annoyed him with some color changes till we were like happy. But I mean, it was not a super long process. Actually, I think he had like very good ideas for, that represented what we wanted for
Hmm.
the record. Yeah, so it was a few like back and forth with feedback and so, but yeah, it was
A
not too
smooth
long. Yeah,
process.
exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
And do you guys have any favorite album releases of 2026 so far, or any that you're really looking forward to? Probably,
Releases.
probably another question that's gonna stump you.
I have one at least.
I
You have
have
one?
one. I
Okay,
have
okay.
one, I
Yeah.
think.
The At the Gates, the last At the
Fuck.
Gates album was a
I was gonna
very
say
good record. Yeah,
exactly the same one. Yeah.
yeah. It was unfortunately the last album with the vocalist, and I think it was very important for them, and I think they did a very good job, in this
Yeah,
album.
because even they were not able like to record properly the vocals because unfortunately the
Yeah, he had
vocalist
a
like
cancer or
a
something.
very yeah. But
Also,
Yeah,
it's
the
Immolation had a very nice release, very nice album release as well. Immolation. Um, there was another band, Monstrosity as well. I think they released something nice. Creator. Which other album I was listening to? Creator is not bad as well. Yeah, these are albums that I like. Yeah.
Rafa, any more than At the Gates?
I'm trying to think. I was just kind of checking now my Spotify because generally I save like I have playlists. Like I can find some bands from like the release in 2025, but yeah, 2026 I think that The Gates is the one that I've been listening to like for the last few weeks.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
Is there any
Well,
from
it's
2025
different
that you really
genre, but
like?
Draconian is more like a doom metal band that I generally listen when I work because when I work I cannot listen to super fast music because I lose concentration. So I like these sort of doomy bands, and I think they released a record like a couple of weeks ago that not my favorite from them, but it's decent. Yeah,
I want to
but
say one from 25. You ask about one from 25, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, Deserted.
oh yeah,
Yeah. I think they released last year, no,
I
25.
think it was last year, by the end of last
Yeah.
year. I mean, our
Yeah.
record is also from
It's
2026.
very
so-
good album. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Necrosphere is also very
That's
good.
also an album I've been
2026.
listening to this year a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lander, you mentioned Creator's new album. I know they did a tour recently. Richie actually went over to Manchester, I think, to go see them in action. Did you catch them live, Creator?
Not this
No,
year.
not this year,
Unfortunately,
no.
not. Yeah. They play here in London, but I couldn't go for some reason. I can't remember now. It's so many bands that come to London, actually.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
went to the
absolutely spoiled for
Incineration
truth.
last. Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to London last year for the first time to go see a band
Oh,
called
really?
Turnover. You probably never heard of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, no, I've
Oh,
heard
you
them.
know them? Okay.
Like, haven't listened them carefully, but yeah, the name
Yeah,
Turnover. Yeah.
they released an album that I really like. They were playing it in full, so they weren't coming over to Ireland. So I thought, all right, bought the tickets. And the day after I booked the flights, they announced an Irish date.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, typical, absolutely typical. But it was really good. I went to the Roundhouse in
Okay,
Camden.
it's a nice
Okay.
venue, yeah.
It's very nice venue. Yeah, I like
It's
that.
stunning. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has like pretty good sound as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one thing I say to all my friends. It's probably the best sounding gig I've ever been
Yeah,
to.
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really, really good venue.
Yeah, and the same night I learned that Dinosaur Pile Up were doing their album release show in the Electric Ballroom, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was really
Yeah,
cool just
it's
to see
also
that venue as well.
in Camden, yeah. Yeah, I think Camden has these two venues that are very good for that type of gigs, like that size. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 10 out of 10 would recommend the Roundhouse for any gig.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're on to our last question. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to start a band in 2026?
Oh my God, not so good in advices. But yeah, you have to do it for passion, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of hard working, you know, to since the composition, since everything. If you want it to be with high quality, you need to work hard for that, and chase contacts, check what's best, like what kind of record you want to do, what kind of mixing you want to do. So you need to organize everything. It's not so easy, but yeah, we love it, so that's why
Yeah.
we do that.
No, and I would say musically practice, practice, practice.
A
That's
lot of practice, yeah,
yeah, because
everyday practice,
I
yeah.
think yeah, like when you start putting songs together, maybe, you can get something that sounds decently in a few practices, but really polishing everything, being, tight and having like that sound, I think requires a lot of time, like in the studio with everyone in the band playing together till that kind of chemistry connects and everything. I think, yeah, I think you need to practice a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And,
hard work.
and yeah, and patience. I think you also need
Patience, a
patience,
lot of patience, yeah.
like because you want results very quickly, and I don't think it works that way. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities, but you need to be patient to actually, yeah, find the
So the
right ones.
advice I'll give is like to plan every single thing, you know, make a whatever notebook, whatever the
Yeah,
organization you have, plan everything,
like
absolutely everything.
short-term goals, mid-term goals,
Yeah,
and more longer-term goals. Yeah,
I think in the term of patience as well, if I don't know, you form a band and one of the band members is just like, we're not making progress fast enough, I quit, blah blah blah. I think it weeds out the bad apples from the good ones as well for people that actually want to play for the
as
music
well.
other than
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
getting rich and famous.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think
yeah,
especially like in metal or thrash metal, it's very hard to get rich and famous. I mean, as Lander said, you have to do it for passion. Like you have to like it. You have to really enjoy, I don't know, being in stage and playing like that feeling. I guess yeah, it's
You have
something
to
yeah.
that
live
is,
it, you
I'll
have
I'll
to
not be
breathe it.
doing that for money, you
no,
know. Yeah,
no,
we do it for passion. We do it because we like it. No, it's not. There's not money of course, we need money to do things, but we know we're not gonna get rich with that.
We might see you on TikTok going viral yet, so don't rule it out.
We're not TikTok then,
I
actually.
think TikTok is, we have to be maybe a bit desperate to become TikTokers. If music doesn't work, maybe, who knows?
I respect it. I respect it.
No, no.
And one more time before we end the interview, musicians
Mhm.
dead or alive you'd like to collaborate with, still
Oh, yeah,
bells,
you'll have that. You can dream, Lander, can be anyone.
if
can be
if I
absolutely
could
anyone.
if I could resuscitate Chuck Schuldiner,
Yeah,
that and maybe one day could invite him to do something with us, that would be but this is something
yeah.
impossible, so yeah.
Sci-fi, but yeah. That, I mean, it's a great influence to all of us, Zack
Yeah.
Snyder. So yeah, so absolutely, yeah, it has influenced a lot, like many riffs, many song structures, etc. So I think probably that's one of the artists that links to our music the best.
Great pick, great pick.
Mhm.
Lander, Raffer, thank you so much for
Yeah, no,
taking the time out your evening to chat with me.
thanks a lot, Letty.
I'd like to say
inviting
thanks to
us.
you, Letty, for the opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank
Of
you very much.
course. No problem. And Richie sends his regards. He couldn't make it. And you can
Yes.
catch the
To him
boys
as well.
live the
Mhm.
13th of June with War of Attrition, Mourning the Heretic, and Deserted.
Exactly.
And their new
Exactly,
album,
yeah.
Necrosphere, is out now.
Yeah,
Thanks,
just to confirm, we're gonna be in Cork the day before. Sorry,
2
the
days
days
before on
before.
Thursday
Yeah,
11th. Yeah.
yeah. Thursday, Cork. Friday, Limerick, and then Saturday on Dublin, and then we're going also to Belfast on Sunday. So we have 4 dates in Ireland.
Awesome. So anyone listening, get your tickets, come down and see him.
Yeah, come have a beer with us.